would you actually rank ATN? I mean, it's been, a few months at this point. I know that, we're still progressing here, but compared to what you've had in the past, like where would you maybe rank ATN compared to some of the other ventures?
Oh, number one, as far as putting your money in, I don't have to worry about it, and then just let it ride. You're number one.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, what's your professional background?
I I am I work for GM for 30 years, retired, and currently I do work for United. I'm getting ready to retire next year. That's why I'm doing this to get myself situated. That I don't have to worry about.
When you say you work for United, like, is that the airline or?
Yeah, United
Oh,
Airlines. Yes,
very nice. I love it. And you've been working with them for how many years?
27 years.
27 years.
Mhm.
Okay. Do they give frequent flyer? Do they give like buddy passes or
I do get to fly with discounts.
discount? Okay, got it. Where's your favorite place that you've traveled?
Oh gosh, Australia and New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I love
Australia
that.
and New Zealand.
What did you love about those places?
The greenery and the peacefulness of especially New Zealand. When I went to New Zealand, it was experience. I traveled so much in all pretty much the whole country, the whole world, that it's hard to pick a particular place. But New Zealand stuck in my mind because when GM offered me to retire, I was doing two jobs
Hmm.
at the time, GM and United.
Wow.
And then when GM offered me the retirement, I said no.
Hmm.
But then at that time, I had a trip to go to Australia. And then when I went to Australia and I was standing on the mountain top looking at the meadows, all of a sudden it dawned on me that, why do you want to be working all your life if you can just retire and watch this world go by? So I turned around and told my husband, I said, they offered me this package, but I don't want to take it though. And he said, why don't you take it?
Hmm.
I said, well, I just, So I made up my mind at that particular time that I'm going to come back and take the package. So when I come back and told them I'm taking the package, they were shocked because they never thought I'd take it because I'm always a workaholic. I
Yeah.
was a workaholic.
My dad,
So,
my dad was a pastor for 30 years, and he retired, medically retired in his early 50s, and he always told my mom that he was gonna die on the pulpit. Like they'd have
all right. Yeah.
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 So
That's a culture we have.
yeah,
By the way, is he okay? How's he doing? He's hanging in there?
he's not doing that well right now.
Well, I'll keep him in my prayers.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's not doing that great,
Yeah, love
unfortunately.
him.
But thank you for your prayers. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's from West Africa. He's from
I
Ghana.
know he's from Ghana. He's doing that. That's why you're my son and my brother. He's from Ghana. I'm from Ghana. He's from
Ah,
Ghana.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you from West Africa as
I'm,
well?
I'm from I'm from Ghana. I'm from West
Oh,
Africa. Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
oh, where?
And he's an Ashanti. I'm an Ewe. I'm from the Volta region. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
lives in Ashanti. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just came back there. I was there for 2 months. I just got back about 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there. So I was in Accra when I went there recently, but then a lot of my family lives in Tema.
So that's what I am too. My house is in Tama. I'm from Pram.
Wow. So such a small world.
It's
That's
a small world.
that's
Yes.
great. I only know a couple of words, Aquaba, my
Yeah. Well,
my um my name is Kwabina because I was born on
oh, coming out.
uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah. I'm
Uh,
I'm Ajwa. I'm born on Monday.
there. I love it. Love it. Well, for you, so you had a couple of different. So you were working with GM, and then you took another package to work with United. But what was the main motivation for you to want an additional stream of income? You already have one retirement, and you moved on to another. What did you want another income stream for?
Well, not an income stream per se. I'm going to almost 80. I got quite a few funds that are sitting around, and I'm putting them in the stock market, losing my shirt.
You said you're 50.
Almost 80. I'm 77.
I think it's breaking up. You said you're 47, and you're gonna be.
77. 77. Yeah.
Well, you
So
look like you're doing just fine.
thank you. So I got some income, and I invested in some places, and I didn't want to put them in the stock market and be losing. Like, I don't know a whole lot about stock market, so I was looking for a way to park some of my money without have to worry about me watching it every day. And then when I saw your program, I said, let me give it a try. So we're on a trial basis now to see how it goes.
Mhm.
Before, if I want to bring more money in, I can bring more money in. So right now, that's where we are. Because I got quite a few funds that I need to move instead of put in the stock market. I don't want to put them in the stock market. I don't want to put them in a annuity and all that either. So I just want to, because as far as my daily income is concerned, I don't need it now because I'm gonna be going to Ghana, and Ghana I don't need all the money to live on. You know that.
Mhm.
All I need is a couple of $1,000, a couple of thousand a month to live on in Ghana.
Millions of CDs, right?
Correct.
And so what have you actually tried before in terms of like wanting to have another growth strategy? So it sounds like you said you had money in stocks, you had some money in annuities, more traditional investments.
Correct. Yeah, those are the traditional investments.
Okay.
And so I got a financial planner who managing one side of it for me, and the other side is what I'm playing with myself,
Mhm.
and I've been losing, so I don't want to play with it that much no more. But
Yeah.
I also like to do business, so I do invest in businesses in Ghana.
Ah,
So in real estate, I do heavy real estate in Ghana.
how's that going for you at this point?
That's what I do here too. When I was working too, I buy houses, fix them up, and sell them.
Okay.
So I just, over here, the market was not doing that good. So I just come call close up everything here and I move them to Ghana. So that's what I do.
Mhm.
And then Ghana is that's good. Because the real estate market in Ghana is booming. It's very, it's booming. So that's what I do. I do there. So
Okay.
but I don't want my kids are here. I have 3 girls and with grandkids. So I don't want to put all my funds into Ghana. And when you take them to Ghana, you can bring them back. You bring them back, they charge you. So yeah. Yeah.
So how did you actually hear about us? Was there an
You
ad
are
or
always in my face, but somehow always in my face with your feet. I don't know. How do you guys get there? Somehow, I go because I think I signed up for one of them called Exit for Profit,
Mhm.
and one of them was I think it's called in the day trading, something like that.
Mhm.
So because maybe I inquired them, I click on them for some reason. All of a sudden, you come into my feed all the time.
Yeah.
And then when I first saw you first, I said, "Oh, that does not sound right. You don't do nothing. You don't do anything." And so I didn't pay attention. But then all of a sudden, my mind said, "Okay, look at you." So when I look at it, I just said, "Okay, it's a heavy amount, but I'm somebody who likes to take risk. And if it blow up, I chalk it up to experience and I move on." That's the kind of person I am. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but hey, 19, what is it? 19 venture, 19 gain. That's my life.
Yeah.
So hey, so I said, okay, let me give you a shot and see. So that's why I put in the 30,000 to see how we go. A year, what do I get out of there? If it's something that's worth me putting the money in here instead of putting it in Ghana, where I know I can double, triple it anytime I go, I'll do that. So that's what I'm trying to prove them.
Yeah.
Because Ghana, I can go to Ghana. I usually go to Ghana. I buy a property, keep it by a year or two, sell it, double, triple it. That's what I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
how did you feel just before joining ATN? I know you saw the ad
NC, NC,
and
NC,
okay.
NC, NC.
Uh,
But my level is coming down now because so far I haven't lost nothing. I haven't gained a whole lot, but I haven't lost nothing. So that alone I'm happy with. Because the stock market, the one I was doing it, I stopped looking at it. Every time I turn around, I'm losing like crazy. I lost. I don't even want to think about it though.
yeah.
It makes me sad.
Yeah.
So
Well, what made you join, right? I think it was more of like you were antsy, but you were like you're going to use this as an experience, whether good or bad.
correct.
So that was kind of the mentality that you had going in.
Right. Yes, that's what I had going in.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I had going in. And I have the money because you can't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what they taught. That's what we know in Africa. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So I spread myself around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
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 what?
I say, okay, this one turns out pretty good. Great. If it doesn't turn out pretty good, well, it's an experience.
Yeah.
It's a knowledge base. So
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I take those same types of calculated risks that,
right.
I give it a little bit of time to see how it sits with me in terms of like, not right away jumping into something, but once I've sat with it for a minute or two, I'm like, okay, I can take this risk and it's fairly calculated. And if I win, great, I get to experience it myself and help other people potentially.
You are my brother. You have the same mentality we have in Africa. You are my
Well,
brother for real, real.
yeah.
So
Well, hey, there
you
you
got
go.
African blood in you. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
the kind I am. So
Love it. And so you got started and you had the onboarding call. How was the onboarding call? Who did you work with? Was it Julio?
Jean, I work with Jean. That's
Gene?
when that's when he has his first baby, the baby, and we were supposed to meet, and he didn't call me, and then we finally came. Also, my wife had a baby. I said, "What are you doing here? All you have to do is send me a message. I'm a woman. Your wife had a baby. You're all behind, ought to be in the hospital there with a woman. No, I know you didn't do all the hard work, but she's there. You're supposed to be there." So I first had him, but he was great. He was great.
Yeah, no, he cares so much about the clients that, he was in the hospital room and, taking onboarding calls and doing those things. So yeah, I told him immediately because when I was still working in corporate, the manager that I had at the time, he was so instrumental in basically convincing me to take paternity leave because I didn't know I wasn't this first time being a father. I had some momentum with work and I was just like, yeah, I'll take a couple days. But he was like, no, take all the time that they give
All
you
right.
because this is, and he was saying in his experience, his daughter was like 17 at that time. And he was just like, when I took that paternity leave, that's what set the foundation for me and my daughter's relationship. We're the closest that we could possibly be
Correct.
because of taking that time. So I told him the same thing, John, whatever you need, just take as much time as you want. It's as much time as Shirley will let you take before you get on her nerves, and then just come back when you're ready. So I'm glad that.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you for doing that because when he came at that line, you think I was his mama. I bought him out. I bought him out. He said, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I said, well, we are from the third world country. I'm from the third world country. We understand each other. So get back to your wife and the
Yeah,
baby. So,
that's great. I
okay.
love that. And so, what about ongoing communication? I know it's been a few months. That baby's like 4 months old now. So, how has ongoing communication been for you?
But the thing is, I don't ask a whole lot of questions. So I just go to the platform, my Pam, and look at it and see how is he doing. If he's doing okay, okay, fine. So as far as I know Julio called me one time and talked to me, and we've been trying to get together for the longest because when I was going to Ghana, we had a meeting. And I told you I've been in Ghana for 2 months,
Yeah.
and he told me to keep an eye on the Slack so that I don't miss anything. But when you're in Ghana time zone and all that, life takes hold of you. I never was paying attention to it. Then when I come back, he tried to reach me. I told him, well, you remember we're in Ghana? I was in Ghana, so finally got together. That's when he said, "Well, you probably want to talk to me because I know you do. You said it on your thing that you do talk to your clients at least.
Yeah.
Every client when they come on board, you do talk to them and to see how they're doing, which is commendable of you because for a big company, it's not everybody who wants to know who is their company and what are they doing. Well, so as soon as they got the money, they're done. But you are not like that. I commend you for that. So,
Yeah.
well, right now, so far, we are riding good. I don't have no questions. I'm making money. When I was talking to Julio the last time, he said, "Well, my program, the guy, one of them, I think Gamma was making good money. The rest of them are not." So he said, "I have to move to some kind of a server. I think I'm a server now. I have to move to gold or something like that." So, but yeah,
Yeah.
for
In those conversations, for that, it's just giving you access to more algorithms, and then the higher the tier that you have, the better the performance, for the strategies that we typically have. But well, I'm glad to hear that there's growth in the account. You're seeing progress. The account is moving, and maybe that's a part of it. Maybe it's communication, maybe it's some results, but in your eyes, what do you feel like makes ATN different than some of the other things that you've tried on the more traditional front, or some of the other kind of perhaps even real estate in Ghana?
you don't have to do nothing. ATM, you don't have to do nothing. You just give them the money and they sit down. Just watch it. That's all you have to do. I don't have no worries. My only worry is when I can't get out there and my capital drop, that's going to be my worry. So far, my capital has not dropped. So I'm not going to say, everything. They say a drop of water makes an ocean. So we slowly but steady. That's all I'm comfortable with there. Slowly but steady.
Yeah.
If I can make a little bit more, that'd be great. But I think last time Julio and I calculated is about 6%, something like that.
6% overall, or 6% on
Six percent overall.
6% overall. Got it. And how quickly, once you got onboarded and everything got started, how fast were you starting to see passive income coming in?
I think because it was for some reason it was some time before the funding came through.
Mm.
So as soon as it came through, yeah, it was maybe about a day or two after that I started seeing it. After I learned how to get into the program to the PAM to because it takes some time for them to guide the PAM to turn it on and all that and see all that. And then when they changed the number to, I wasn't aware that they changed the number because like I said, I wasn't at that time. I wasn't in the messenger. What is the other one you guys have?
Yeah, so there's Slack and then Telegram.
In Telegram. I was not a part of the Telegram. So I have to send a message to Jean and say, what is the new number, account number, before she told me.
Yeah,
So
and then you had access again. Love
I
it.
have access again. So
And so where would you actually rank ATN? I mean, it's been, a few months at this point. I know that we're still progressing here, but compared to what you've had in the past, like where would you maybe rank ATN compared to some of the other ventures?
oh, number one, as far as putting your money in, I don't have to worry about it and then just let it ride. You're number one because whatever you put your money, you're worried that it's gonna get lost, it's gonna get losing your capital. My main thing is the capital.
Mm.
At this point, profit is not number one to me. My capital is what I'm trying to protect.
Yes.
And it's, my capital. If I don't make no money, 2 years later I still got my capital. Hey, it's experience.
Sure.
If I lose my capital, that's when my blood boils. But right
I
now,
understand. I understand completely. I'm the same way. So that makes total sense. So I mean, you've mentioned it a couple times, but how passive has it actually been for you after the onboarding phase?
it is passive. I don't do anything. It is passive because I still work. I work 16 hours a day.
I don't understand how you do it. Well,
Yeah,
I do it myself, but I mean, I
yeah,
guess you just keep going, and
yeah.
I understand.
No, if you don't keep moving, you stop growing. That's the point.
So I was living in Los Angeles. I'm walking around my neighborhood, and it was there's huge houses. I'm living in a small apartment that's in the neighborhood, but I'm walking around in these big old houses around me. And there's this guy who's walking, he's like 95 years old. And he said it. How do I know? It's because he said it. And he's just walking along and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Good, good." He's like, "Yeah, I'm 95 years old. You know the key to life? You got a key to sustainability. You got to keep on moving." And then he was saying all of that as he was walking, and he just kept walking by me. He was like, "Got to keep moving," and he was moving by himself. No nurses, no spouse taking care of him, no car, walker or anything. He was out there just having a time. So
Yeah. Yeah, when God gives you the strength to be alive and do all that, you have to keep using it.
yeah,
Because I could have retired. The income is not my priority right now. I could have retired, but when I retire, what am I going to be doing? My kids are grown. My grandkids are, they're all grown. I'll be sitting in the house twiddling my thumb also. But with the United, I sit down here. I work from home. They call. I talk to them. I have a fun with them and everything else. But I will retire. Enough is enough, so that I can go to Ghana and see the world. Because I want to do a trip through Africa using the train.
they have a really good train system there.
Oh yes,
Hmm.
especially the East.
Hmm.
The East have a train all the way from Mombasa all the way to Pretoria. You can do
Really?
a train.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So I want to do that, and also, the West is building. Ghana is building a train to Burkina Faso. The West is now training now. So once they do the train going, that's what I want to do. Just be on the train, because the flying, you fly, you get there, you go to get a car, and do it, and you see everything. But the train takes you to the villages, the nooks, and you can see the whole place.
Yeah.
So that's my bucket list.
I was I was in Italy for the month of June. This first time being out there, and that train system is pretty robust and pretty efficient as well. It's very chaotic because they don't post what platform you're on until 5 minutes before the train is supposed to take off. But
Oh, really?
yeah, so it's pretty stressful. However, when you get on, it's a speed train, so it takes you everywhere, and you're able to kind of get around all of Italy in a total of maybe 5 hours. Like it'll only take maybe 5 hours to get all the way from the north to the south, and it's
All right.
really very convenient to travel
Yeah.
around there.
I don't know why the US would not have that train system, but hey, that's what it is. So, but Africa, especially the eastern part and the western part, they're all connected with train. But that's how most of them are. So the western part is starting now. The western part is starting now. So once they get a train, that's my goal, to go in and do the train ride. Because if you go to, even from Singapore, you can do a Singapore. You can, when I was in Singapore, you can take a train from Kuala Lumpur all the way into South Africa.
Ah,
Yes, they got a
so,
trains there. Kind of expensive. They got some trains that.
so this person here, I'm going to share my screen. So this person here, have you ever heard or seen this guy before?
Oh, yeah. I see.
So, well, what he does, so he owns one of the airports in London.
In London,
Yeah,
Gatwick. He's from Ghana.
yeah, yeah.
He's from Ghana.
Well, he's from Nigeria. He was born in Nigeria, but I think he went to school and stuff in Ghana as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
he's on the Gatwick.
yeah, yeah, he does, and he also owns Italo, which is the train station that we were riding around
Oh,
in
yeah.
Italy. So he's a billionaire and somebody who's an inspiration for sure. So definitely, hopefully he's able to bring some great efficiency of a train station to the western part of Africa. That would be convenient.
Well, yeah. The thing right now is happening is the Chinese
Mm.
and the government. The Ghana government is the one, doing it.
Yeah,
Doing it right now.
yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
they're very involved right now. The internet, like you said, and then also like
Yeah.
the solar and that type of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I
So,
understand. Well, I mean, the last question that I have, I appreciate your time, Comfort. I know it's been something that has worked out to this point for you, and we're seeing positive growth, and that's great. But there's people that don't know anyone that are in ATN specifically. They're relying on kind of information that they see online. They're relying on testimonials to kind of get a sense of what's happening. And for your end, if you're somebody or you maybe had the chance to speak to somebody who was skeptical and didn't know us, hadn't seen their own results in their own accounts, what would you maybe say to them if they were actually financially qualified to take this, make this opportunity work for them? What would you maybe say to them?
well, I tell them give it a shot, because like everything else is the basic amount. The fee is what blocks a lot of people out of your program. But at the same time, too, cheap things are not easy. Easy things are not cheap. So that's what it is. So your program deliver what it promises, so it's very expensive. So once you pass that stage of the fee you have to pay to get in, that's a meta block. That stopped me for a while too. Okay, and then when I told my daughter, I said, "Mom," I said, "Well, So I don't tell them everything. I take my chance. I don't tell my daughters everything. One of them, the last one, she's she knows a lot about the kind of person I am. So I tell her, say, okay, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I just want you to be careful. That's what she tells me.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, once they pass that stage, they go. So, but then when I look at some of your testimonials and people were putting millions, and I say, wow, they must have trust you enough to pay the fee to put that money in, and they haven't lost it. So that's how it took me to, and I said, okay, let me give it a chance, and also, see what I can do. So that's how I got in. So like again, we're on the trial stage. Let me see how it goes. I'm
Love it.
giving myself a year
Yeah.
to see
Love it.
what kind of percentage am I gonna make a year. If it worth it for me, then because I got some funds sitting in Ghana and I need to do something with. So yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It's great. It's great feedback, and I appreciate you taking the time. And it doesn't stop here. What we always want to make sure is you know that we are available at any point in time. You've got questions, you need support, you need to adjust anything. You just let us know, and we'll be able to take care of those things. And anything that you need, we'll be there. Love it. Oh, I appreciate your time, Comfort, and we'll connect again in the next few weeks.
Yes. Okay.
Stay safe, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. All right. Give your dad a big old hug for me. Okay.
I will.
Tell him to hang in there. Tell him to hang in there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.